In this video, you're going to be given a point and an equation of a line and asked to write another equation of a line that is first parallel to that line and through the point, and then perpendicular to the line and through the point. Now you know to write an equation of a line, we need a point, which we're going to be given. This is going to be our x and our y, and we're going to need a slope. Now in the first equation, it's in slope-intercept form, so we see here that the slope of the given line is 2. Now you know that if you write an equation of a line parallel, or if lines are parallel, you're going to use the same slope. So we're going to first start with point-slope form, and we're going to fill in what we know. That would be y minus 6 equals slope of 2 times x minus negative 1. Now you know that those double negatives will change to be a positive. Then we're going to distribute the 2 all the way through the parentheses. We need to solve for y, so this negative 6 will add to both sides, and when we simplify, we have y equals 2x plus 8. Now that's our equation of a line that is parallel to the given equation and going through the point negative 1, 6. Now if we write an equation perpendicular to that line, if you remember, your slope is going to be the opposite reciprocal, so instead of 2, it will be negative 1/2. Now again, I'm starting with point-slope form, and if I substitute, I'll have y minus 6 equal my slope times x minus the x. Now again, my double negatives will convert to a positive. We'll distribute this negative 1/2 through the parentheses, and then add a 6 to both sides of the equation. Now either through what you know about fractions or using your calculator, you will see that if you have 6 and you take 1/2 from it, that's going to give you 5 1/2. Now writing that as an improper fraction, that's going to be 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11/2. So there's our equation perpendicular to the given line. Okay, let's do a second one. This time we need to take our equation, which is in general form, and write it in slope-intercept form. So let's move the 3x over, and then let's divide by 4. Now from this you see that our slope of our given line is negative 3/4. Now if my line is going to be parallel, then my slope is going to be that same amount, negative 3/4. Okay, now we're going to again start with point-slope form, and we're going to substitute, so we'll have y minus 2. Remember, we were given x and y. Substitute your slope, and x minus the x was 1. Now let's distribute. Remember your signs here, and add 2 to both sides. And if you either use your calculator or just your knowledge of fractions, if you have 2 added to 3 1/4, that's 2 3/4, but written as an improper fraction, that's 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11/4. Alright, the next one, remember, if you have perpendicular lines, your slope is going to be the opposite reciprocal, so opposite of a negative would be a positive, and reciprocal of 3/4 would be 4/3. Now again, if we go to point-slope form, we have y minus 2 equal 4/3 times x minus 1, or y minus 2 equal, let's distribute, add a 2 to both sides, and then if you have simplifying this, if you have a negative 4/3 added to 2 over 1, if you get a common denominator, you know that's going to be a 3. So that would be 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 minus 4 would be 2/3. You can also do that with a calculator. But here's our equation of that line that is perpendicular to the given line. Now, in the last two, they're quite simple. Think about this. If you have the line x equals 5, that is a vertical line, and we're looking at the point 2, 1. If I have a line that is parallel to this line, it again is going to be vertical, so it's going to be an x line, and my x is 2. If I have a line perpendicular, then it's going to run 90 degrees to this one, which would be y equals, and what's your y? 1. And this one, parallel to y equals -1, it would be another y line, and my y is 5. If it's perpendicular to y, it's going to be x, and that would be x equals 3.